Live here from New York and Florida. It is the Sundance Kids and Cassidy, and Butch Cassidy. We are celebrating the end of the world. Donald Trump is getting arrested according to right stream media. Welcome, everybody. What's up, Free, my young brother? How are you, man?
I'm absolutely fantastic, Omar. This is one of the best moods I've been in a long while.
How was your week? I mean, personally.
My week was pretty productive.
Yeah?
I've been in a pretty good mood, and on top of that,
Yeah.
well, okay, I should say, earlier in the week, there was a lot of bad news, but also later in the week, there was a lot of good news. So that kind of revitalized my mood in a sense, because you always take the good news after the bad news, which was especially great for me. But I'm absolutely thrilled, and I hope this goes somewhere. I really do.
It does. It's gonna happen. I think this is the. Let's start the show. As we know, let's start the introduction. Donald Trump got indicted.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get arrested, like legally arrested, and has a
Tuesday. I can't wait.
On Tuesday. I think this is just the starting point where they're gonna indict him more. This is the best thing to do. It's a small case, but it's gonna get the people conditioned because there's a lot to come. They have the Georgia investigation. They have the Department of Justice investigation. He has rape allegation against that woman. He defamed her. He has another trial court with the New York State Attorney General. He could lose $250 million. The man he's making money off all this crazy shit. He'll be like that for the rest of his fucking life until he resigns. They're gonna go after him because he is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I didn't want to read an article on this because, the legal information and actually why he's being indicted is so long. But, man, I am in such a good mood. So what I have prepared is stuff from CBS that'll tell us pretty much everything we need to know. It's really comprehensive and isn't just like, some sort of 3-minute soundbite drivel. But I really hope this goes somewhere. And obviously, what you said about this being the starting point of, an endless list of prosecutions, I think it's going to be that way, and I hope it's going to be that way, because he has pending charges from possibly state and federal governments altogether. And if he's held in jail and he's awaiting trial, especially without bail, well, then again, they did take his passport, so we'll have to show up to court either way, which is fantastic. But he has so many legal issues pending against him, so much to the point where I'm pretty sure he's going to spend his entire life worrying about legal troubles because, ever since he was in the spotlight, a slew of legal scandals have been, coming out. And the fact that he's a disgraced former president really hasn't helped his public image at all with the coup attempts, with, the undermining of democracy, finding people 11,000 votes, the litany of classified documents he's had at his house, and by extension, Pence. And there are so many charges against him to the point where maybe this is, I don't think it's TOS, but if he spent his entire life just fighting legal battles, that would make me a very happy man. But we got to get to it. So this content will tell us all we need to know, basically. I think CBS is pretty trustworthy. I have no idea why they're fucking disliking this. Like, in this segment, they just do nothing but report the news and tell the facts. But then again, conservatives do have, a hatred of objective reality and empiricism and fact as it exists. So
they want to be lied to.
Yeah, they just want to hear what they want to hear. Like leftists and liberals, when we hear something that really does hurt our side, we work around it and we just go with what we have and try to make the best case out of that. Conservatives just brazenly lie. They just brazenly lie.
We're even call out our guys out if somebody does something stupid. We're like, yo.
Yeah, well, we're super infighty. Like, okay, if a leftist does one minor thing that's of the mildest incongruence with your ideology, You've pretty much burned a bridge at that point. You've had to cast them out, and it's going to take, if you both decide to reconcile, which, you know, it doesn't happen much on the left, it's going to take a while to, you know, bridge that gap and rebuild that rapport. But conservatives, they just say what they want to hear, and they mobilize easily. So, like the wonderful life of a leftist. Let's put some music on.
All right.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Nora O'Donnell in Washington, and we are coming on the air with historic news.
It is historic.
Ever in American history,
Yeah, I'll do full screen, speed it up a little.
States has been indicted. This unprecedented case against Trump will have wide
first time in history, I think.
This indictment, filed under seal by the Manhattan DA, could be announced in
the first in everything
days.
That is bad.
Yeah.
Donald Trump would be asked to surrender.
Probably the first president to fuck porn star ever.
Twice impeached.
Yep. First twice in God. Biden's been the one, you know, wanting to do all the first, but Trump is a record setter, man. I know, the liberal id poll stuff, the first, you know, black woman, female vice president, I should say. Well, acting president. But goddamn, twice impeached. I mean, Omar, you gotta admit, that's a feat in and of itself.
Related to the hush money payment made to former porn star Stormy Daniels. Let's bring in our chief election campaign correspondent, Robert Costa, who broke this news for us here at CBS and has been talking to his sources. What have you learned?
Good to be with you, Nora. This is a historic moment to have a former president indicted. This has been confirmed to CBS News by Trump's own attorney, Susan Nicholas. She has told CBS News the former president has been indicted. This is about hush money payments made in 2016 by his former fixer, Michael Cohen, to Stormy Daniels, the porn star. Under scrutiny is former President Trump's role in this entire operation. They've been talking.
I have no idea why he made his attorney pay her the money. Let's continue.
To witnesses extensively in recent months, focusing especially on Michael Cohen and his testimony about Trump's role in this entire episode.
Michael Cohen charged him like 3-4 times. He made money off him.
Yeah.
It's all a fuck up game. It's all about money. The whole idea I have an issue with conservatives is they're defending everything, but they're avoiding the bad part. There was a porno star he was having sex with. He's married. His wife just had a baby. All that conservative ideals and family value shit, they throw right out the fucking window. Like what they say, they throw the baby with the bathwater. You understand?
Yeah.
And it is crazy. Yeah, man.
Seen as unsavory from being published during the presidential campaign.
Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan District Attorney, will now negotiate.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Trump's shoes, I just run with it. Well, okay. The really bad part about it is cheating, which, you know, if you're going to cheat, I'd say at least, you know, break it off before you actually do the act. Like, in my worldviews, there's nothing fucking unethical about, you know, fucking some porn star. I don't give a fuck what people do in their own bedrooms. They're adults. They can do what they want. This is the most normal thing ever. But I think it's the cheating parts that's where I draw the line. But then again, cheating, the party of family values, the party of the traditional nuclear family, the party of cohesive nuclear families. It really just goes to show how much right-wingers actually believe in what they spew.
Bullshit. They have no family values. They don't care about the human life. They don't kind of, we got to protect the unliving. Why don't you take care of the living ones? You know what I'm saying?
How about extended child tax credit, not voting to starve our infants during the baby formula bill? How about paid maternity leave or paid parental leave in general? How about an increase in the minimum wage so parents can actually help their kids even better? No? Okay, whatever.
At a felony level for financial crime.
All they believe in is cruelty in the moment.
A former president of the United States, for the first time in history, has been indicted, will face criminal charges. We don't know the specifics of those charges, as Robert Costa has just outlined. Already, Trump's attorneys saying this is a mistake on behalf of the prosecution.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America for indicting Trump.
The Manhattan District Attorney will come to the grand jury.
Congratulations to New York, Omar. Be glad you live there. You got some fine people.
We're waiting for Marjorie Greene. She's supposed to come Tuesday. We're all waiting for her to give a welcome to New York. You're gonna be eggs and tomatoes all over the place.
I wish I could be there.
Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge. She has also been speaking with her sources. Catherine, what have you learned?
Oh, they got an audio issue or something.
Developments with the grand jury in New York. Seemed a little off balance by the question, though he acknowledged they had been anticipating this development and had a plan in place if that were to be the case, but he was checking back to see what the next steps were going forward. Just for some larger context, of course, there are about a half dozen investigations that involve the former president. This one, of course, has come to the fore with the grand jury in New York, but there are a number of state and federal investigations as well, specifically the special counsel looking at the alleged mishandling of classified information after President Trump left office. And then, of course, the Georgia case, which has gained a lot of steam in recent weeks. That's the allegation that the former president was looking for about 11,000 votes around the time of the November election. So you have this.
I can confidently say it's not an allegation. I mean, we literally heard him do it. One thing this guy can't do is shut his freaking mouth when he needs to. Like, the most important tactic in outwitting these crooked cops, these DAs, these scumbags that just want to secure convictions for people innocent and guilty alike because, you know, they're on that state payroll, is to shut the hell up and get yourself a criminal defense attorney. That's it. But this guy does not know when to do that. He's clueless, and he's too egotistical to notice when he's doing something wrong. Go ahead.
Free, the issue here is the man from fucking day one has been a walking crime scene. He has been a stench of corruption. Everything that comes near him has been in jail. His cabinets went to jail. They either resign under clouds of fucking stealing money or abusing public transportation. Every single person, they have this saying that everything that Trump touched dies, and they all fucking die. Whatever it is. The man is corrupt. He works in the real estate. That's what they do. When you deal with landlords, they, oh look, this apartment somebody offered me that's 10,000, but listen, you get it for 8,000 right there. They have to lie. So he's a liar by the way he made his living. The problem is that he's been getting away with a lot of fucking shit. When he was president, he golfed 323 days. That's a third of his presidency he spent golfing, and he that's right. And he overcharged the United States government for his Secret Service. It used to cost $3 million every weekend for him to go golf. At the same time, you have this idiot on Twitter. Listen, he's giving away his pay. He's not taking his $400,000. I told him, listen, he could have $800,000 and give up his fucking golfing. We'll save more money that way. Free. It's about time. Everybody's saying that our country's in trouble, that we're heading toward a civil war, whatever that shit means. But the law has to do and take its course. If we allowed him or anybody else to get away with it, then we have no country. We have no laws. We're gonna, let what they say, let the shit fall where they may fall. Let him go. Let him take his chances. He's not been found guilty, and if he's found guilty, he has to pay for the price of being a crooked piece of shit that he is. I'm telling you, he just got $2 billion from the Saudis to his son. That $2 billion was the ransom on the head of that general they killed in Iraq. I could swear on my fucking life that's what it is. The man is I mean, he's like a fucking disease. You know, the leech. You know what a leech is? That's what he is. He has been leeching on the United States of America. He's a stain on our national country. He's a stain on our country. Legally and everything you could think about it. This man is not going to get away until he create a big problem for this country or create more violence. He's lucky. If he tried to overthrow the government in another country, he'd be in a dungeon right now. He won't be,
absolutely.
Go ahead, man. This man is a fucking stench. He's a walking crime scene.
It's about hush money.
Yeah.
It's about his life before the presidency.
Which is, it's why it's ironic, because, all his lawyers got indicted and tried and sentenced before he got, even considered to be sentenced for anything, to be indicted for anything, I should say. Yeah, like MAGA, make attorneys get attorneys,
Does not have any effect whatsoever upon his running for president, nor does it have any effect whatsoever if he were to win the presidency. It is not that kind of a charge. Now, if he does become the president again, and he has been convicted of a felony, then the question may become one of impeachment. And of course, we do know this is a state charge, Nora. It is very different than a federal charge because he could not pardon himself.
What's this person saying?
President of the United States again. He could only do that for a federal offense.
So what's up, man?
The question would be, if you're looking at a possible impeachment, and now I'm like 3 layers ahead, you're looking
go there yet. Let's talk about the actual case at hand and what maybe we don't know what the specifics of this indictment are. But what are some of the potential criminal charges that the president could face? Former president.
Well, as I say, is it a high crime or a misdemeanor? Some of the potential charges that he might be facing, we are led to believe, have to
give him the death penalty in a video game.
What Bob Costa was just talking about. It has to do with the payment of hush money to Stormy Daniels back in 2016 before the election.
Capital punishment. Capital punishment.
Karen McDougal.
I don't think
and the reason that
yeah, I'll probably be put on house arrest or some chicken shit jail charge.
You know, the Democrat had this strategy during the 22 election. Remember, anybody who was a margin, they went against. They indirectly supported Trump's candidate because they were the craziest one. They were not feasible to the independents, like what they did in Michigan. They did that in Pennsylvania. They support all the nut job from the Donald Trump candidate. So I'm thinking that Democrats rather have a Donald Trump contender for the presidency instead of somebody else, because he's not going to win. What he does is he's just going to wake up the whole Democratic and independent base to go out and vote against him. That's what he did last time in 2020. 81 million people came out. Nobody comes out and vote, man. I don't vote in New York because I know he's going to, whoever it is a Democrat is going to win. But what I'm saying is that he'd probably be a better candidate for the Democrats to beat in the fall in the election.
Yeah, I think this is going to help him in a primary and hurt him in a general election. Really hurt him in the general election.
Is with their lawyers. Donald Trump will also be surrendering by arrangement with the district attorney's office, and he will be surrounded by his Secret Service agents, as he always is, because he's entitled to that protection as a former president. So, yes, he will be processed.
He ain't going to have that Secret Service protection for long. Let me tell you that much.
He will get a phone number. He will give fingerprints, albeit electronically rather than by ink. And ultimately, whether or not he will be handcuffed is a discretionary for the police, in this case, the NYPD. If he's with Secret Service people, there is no need to handcuff him, to bring him into the courtroom to be arraigned.
Protecting nature begins.
Oh my God!
Defend the natural.
We gotta get you premium.
Love by eating to the nature.
Our legal analyst, Ricky Kleeman, want to bring back in Robert Costa as we are talking about this historic moment. The former president of the United States, Donald Trump, indicted on this Thursday by a grand jury in New York after what is a nearly 5-year-long investigation. What does this mean?
It's about time. God damn.
Former president, what does it mean in terms of his supporters? What does it mean in terms of the protests that he has called from? We're at an interesting moment right now.
A very interesting moment. In fact, I just got off the phone a few minutes ago with a Republican donor, and he said that all the major donors in this country have been quiet for a long time, waiting to see if an indictment would come. Why hasn't Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin got into the race yet, or Florida Governor Ron DeSantis? Of course, they're taking their time on a decision, but they all knew this variable existed in the Republican political space. Would Trump actually be indicted in New York, and how would voters respond, not just nationally, but especially within the Republican Party? We are at a crossroads politically right now. Will other Republicans, now seeing Trump potentially humbled politically, maybe in terms of his popularity, from an indictment, decide to get in? But others are waiting to see, does this give him more fuel for his own 2024 presidential campaign? Just at his campaign rally,
in a primary, yeah, not in a general. Like Biden's had no major scandals at all. Biden's pretty clean, so independent voters are definitely going to sway. Like, I've had this feeling, I'm pretty much locked in. Biden's going to win 2024.
Now, I
now
hope he stays healthy, though.
Yeah.
How old is he going to be? Like in his 80s, right?
Yeah, by the time he gets done,
Yeah.
In the Republican presidential polls,
Harris is
and
a
his
fucking
closest allies tell
bachelor.
CBS News he believes this will only help him to consolidate his support.
It's interesting what you
she
said
has
about
no
some of the
charisma,
other
right?
bigwigs in the
No,
Republican
she's
Party that have
dull.
yet to enter the
Yeah, she's pretty dull.
Yeah, this is considered perhaps the weakest of some of the other legal cases that the former president is facing, including one on the attack of January 6th. His efforts to overturn the election results in Georgia, and third, those classified documents in Mar-a-Lago. Many legal experts saying those are weightier than this New York case.
I say given federal and state charges.
What has just happened? The question is, will those Republicans on Capitol Hill?
I said, both state and federal governments should prosecute him. Give him hell. Give him hell.
It's gonna come. It's gonna take a while. The problem is how long it's gonna take. The guy's moving fast. That guy, what's his name? He got I got a memory issue. Jack, what's that? Jack Smith. His name is the special counsel.
Yeah.
That's investigating for the Department of Justice. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. They're gonna tag him with a felony. You're gonna see.
Hard to see which Republican from Trump because an indictment in New York, but you were spot on, Nora. This is a legal and political explosion today to have a former president indicted in the city of New York, but there's an ongoing federal grand jury on January 6th. There's an ongoing federal grand jury on Trump's handling of classified materials. And there's a special grand jury that just finished in Georgia investigating Trump's conduct after the 2020 election, especially in Georgia.
Oh, look, it's so glorious, Omar. It's so, I'm so happy.
This is beside the civil stuff. There's a lot of civil lawsuits going on. Even if he's making money, he's ripping off his followers. He still has to spend it for lawyers, no matter what.
You know what's happening? He's in so much legal trouble. He's in so much legal trouble that the prosecutors that are after him can't decide who needs to go after him first. So, are you going to take this classified documents case? No. Are you going to take this stolen votes case? You're going to take this Jan 6 case? All right. And this reminds me of a scene in The Simpsons. I think it was Treehouse of Horror, in which Mr. Burns was infected with so many viruses, and these like diseases had to go through a door. But all of them just got like scrunched up trying to fit through that like frame, that door opening, to the point where they couldn't get in. They were so scrunched up, and it's like that. These prosecutors are so scrunched up, like, no, let me get him first. Let me get him first. Then we can hand him over to you. We're federal. Then you can go over to the state. Come on. And they're all trying to push through at the same time. Oh my God, I love seeing that. It's glorious, man.
No, but you think something will happen on Tuesday, because the way he did it is even the time he's going to be there, the date. I mean, they're not doing it like quiet. Right? It's as if he's indirectly giving information for his supporters to come out. I don't think there's going to be. They're going to chase him out. Fucking New York.
I don't think it's going to be the perp walk we were wanting, because
well, I mean, the people outside, they're going to try to, oh, this is our president. You're trying to shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Get out of here. They don't have time for that shit. They're like, you don't know headache here.
Who is also with us, and Major is someone who has covered Donald Trump for a long time and watched the political machinations. This is incredibly significant. Your take?
So, Nora, the great question would be, in America, does the rule of law apply universally? And does it apply in the case of a former president that has been hanging over the country psychologically for the last week and a half, after President Trump said he was going to be arrested last Tuesday? The question, is this the case to indict a former president for the first time in our history? Is this the best case? Is this the most legitimate, clear-cut case? Well, guess what? The country's now going to have the chance to test that question, not theoretically, but practically in a court of law.
Hello? I think you froze, Free.
And fairly.
Oh, shit. No, yeah, it's the Wi-Fi.
Okay, whatever they may be, are not legitimate. But unlike impeachment, which is an entirely...
Yeah. Hello?
Political enterprise, this will now be based on...
I don't know. The Wi-Fi is fluctuating. It'll stop eventually. I know that.
That would certainly give a larger atmospheric reality to both the underlying charges and the president's conduct. And that will have not only legal but political ramifications. But to all this conversation we've been having, Nora, about what this will look like, I want to, if I can, try to give the nation a couple of analogies. Those of us old enough to remember the Elian Gonzalez case or the O.J. White Bronco. Both of those were covered minute by minute, aerially. Every single step was videotaped and recorded for all history. Get ready for that, because that's what's going to happen when this day comes and former President Trump leaves Mar-a-Lago, flies to probably a nearby airport, possibly Teterboro, New Jersey, and is escorted by motorcade with the Secret Service in tow for this arraignment and a bond hearing. It will be a moment unforgettable in America.
I want to see that bond hearing. I want to see it. Hey, Trump, your bond is your entire net worth. Can't pay that because you're bankrupt and just, rely on debt to finance literally everything. Well, too bad. You're in the slammer until your trial date.
Well, the case that's going to hurt him is the civil case. He might lose $250 million.
Thinking about it, wondering.
Yeah. So many legal troubles, man.
Wondered if it would ever come for the better part of a week and a half. Now it's going to come.
Major Garrett, thank you. And just to recap what we are learning, for the first time in history, a former president of the United States will face criminal charges. He has been indicted on felony charges in a New York grand jury in relation to the hush money case involving former porn star Stormy Daniels. Robert Costa.
You can't appropriate campaign finances. No. You can't. Now, obviously, people in Washington have been doing that for years and years and years. But it's like the Capone and the tax evasion shit. They'll get him, on literally any charge they can. And once they've got him in their grasp, they'll try him like he fucking committed murder. And very good on them. Very good on the Manhattan DA. Because, Jesus Christ, this guy needs to have gone in the slammer a long time ago. I mean... Yeah, and more than just the slammer, to a place where they put the really bad guys. But
confirming this news for
that's later on.
And speaking with his attorneys, what happens now?
This is a historic legal and political moment, but it is only the beginning of a legal and political showdown.
Robert Costa, thank you. We should know we do not yet know the exact charges that the former president has been indicted on. Our coverage will continue on CBS News streaming on your local news, and we're going to have a full wrap-up shortly on the CBS.
Yep, so that's pretty much the end of that.
Yeah.
So, Jesus Christ, I really hope something comes of this case. I hope they find him guilty. And if they don't find him guilty, I hope he stays in custody long enough to the point where some other legal charge will come against him. Then the moment he gets out of jail, he'll have to be arrested for something else and something else after that. I really hope the hammer's being brought down on him on this one, man.
You see, he's a danger to our stability as a country. He's a very dangerous man. He doesn't care about anything. The whole idea, he's almost 77 years old. He doesn't think about the future of his grandkids, his properties, just in case something goes down. These people not thinking that all the money they have in the bank is going to be worthless if the United States, God forbid, becomes a failed state or comes into destabilize in a civil war, whatever, God forbid, whatever that is, whatever it means. That dollar's never going to be shit because everybody's going to pull their money away from our banks. Our money's going to collapse. All those tens of $millions they have fucking in their basements, like the Sean Hannitys, the Tucker Carlsons, the Tim Pools, it's going to be worthless. They're just going to use it to keep the house warm. They don't understand the idea of a failed state and how dangerous it is and how violent it becomes. Because once it gets out of hand, nobody's in charge. Oh, we got to get a national divorce. Are you frozen? You hear me or no?
No, yeah, I'm good.
There's no such thing as a national divorce. The United States...
it's not going to happen.
It's a union. It's like the Catholic marriage. There's no divorce. The last time they tried to divorce, 600,000 people got killed. The only state maybe has a chance of seceding is maybe Texas, because Texas entered the United States as a republic. And in its constitution, it has the right to secede. That's why they have their own, the rate for the electricity is not connected to the United States electricity. I don't know what it's called, the thing over there. So they're always thinking about that. There's no such thing as a peaceful resolution to being disintegrated. The United States will become more violent. Nobody's leaving this union. It's like the mafia. Once you're in, you're gonna stay in. It's not going to happen. Yeah. They're not thinking with their heads, especially these idiots from Alabama, West Virginia. These states will become orphans. They have no real income to sustain themselves as real.
Yeah. The majority of the U.S. GDP is produced by cities. I mean, it's really Democrat hubs that actually, propel the economy forward. And talk about parasitism. Oh, government parasitism. Leech enough daddy government. Okay. Well, we know disproportionately because these metropolitan areas are more self-sustaining. Red states have to take in more federal aid, and this is like food stamps. This is SNAP, TANF, all these benefits.
Even a viable state like your state, Florida, it still needs the federal government every year to give it billions of dollars because of the hurricanes or the storms you guys get every year that destroys many of your cities and town and your infrastructure. You still need the federal government is the glue that Texas, it could be a vital country or a vital state of its own, but it's only 50% white. So the whole idea of divorcing to be white, or if we get into the idea of white nationalism, I don't want to get into that, but yet still it is already integrated. It's 50-50. So what are you going to do with all those middle countries that cannot support themselves? They become illegal immigrants in California, in New York, in Florida, and Texas. They need to work. They cannot sustain themselves as real countries. Some of these states had been under Reconstruction since the Reconstruction era. They've been getting money since 1865 when they started the Reconstruction of this country. Kentucky, West Virginia, Alabama, even Virginia, most of the states. And they say, oh, there's a lot of crime in red blue states. If you look at right now, you Google where the highest cities in crime. It's all red states, Louisiana, even Florida. All these states are where the crime is because of all the gun overflow that they have in the street. Chicago, yes, people might say, oh, Chicago, no, but it doesn't compare to nothing to the real crime that's happening in other states. These people needed to fucking take a deep breath, start to love their country, do not worship one man or one political party or one entity. Worship the Constitution of the United States. That's what you got to hang on to. That's all you have to protect yourself and protect your family and protect your country. Once your country falls in that trap of a failed state, trust me, everyone, their mother, going to come out of the woodworks to fucking...
Absolutely.
It's going to become a fucking Mad Max. This is what's going on right now. And they're not thinking ahead. You understand? They just thinking, well,
absolutely,
the immigrants are taking over, and we need some to breathe. What are you gonna breathe? Even let's say I had a guy a long time ago. He was like I think his name is Cameron or something. He's one of those America First guys, and he said he's on a state, even West Virginia. I saw his mindset. He's not thinking. So I said, okay, so you want West Virginia?
Yeah, wait, America First, you mean the Nick Fuentes type or the populist?
Okay. Like a year
the Groypers.
Yeah, he said, I want Virginia. I thought, okay, you see the choice you already made is a stupid choice. First, West Virginia doesn't have anything, only coal. Second is landlocked. Third, you're not going to have no economy. And fourth, you're going to depend on other people. You're going to become illegal immigrants in New York. So you're not thinking. You need to think big. You need to think America as a country of continuity from the Pacific to the Atlantic, or from the Atlantic to the Pacific, a country that was built as a continent. We are the most powerful, the richest country ever in history.
Because I think we work hard, and the stereotype of being lazy. I agree with most stereotypes about Americans, but I disagree with that one. Americans are hard workers, Omar.
Right.
Okay.
You have any more the videos, or you want
me to... I have more videos, but
you have reactions.
A couple are my audience obviously wants these like red pillar types who are right wingers. Like this content is political.
He worships Nick Fuentes. His name is Ali Jamal or something like that.
Ali Jamal, never heard of him. So I do have this video on this like Christian zealot. Okay. He's not a red pillar, but this still has to do with current events. He's this puritanical, insane, crazy far-right Christian who is essentially blaming the recent tragedy in Nashville on transgender people, as the right always does. Now, I want to show you this. Let me pull it up from my Twitter. I want to show you this infographic, which a guy named Socialism Done Left made. We in the Vosh community call him SDL, but where's the retweet? Where's the retweet? Here it is. So, essentially, what the right has been doing is blaming the recent shooting in Nashville on transgender people, essentially. And this is really where the myopicness and the ape-brainism of the right really comes into play, because they essentially have to reduce literally everything down to identity. Oh, it's the Mexicans, it's the gays, and in 2023, it's the transgender people. So, because, the Colorado shooting put on this, faux non-binary persona, and the Nashville shooter identified as trans and, perpetrated this recent attack, right-wingers are claiming that because this recent attack happened, transgenderism needs to be banned, needs to be completely eradicated from public life. Now, what's more is, even per capita, I think trans people make up about 1% of the population. This is not even 1%. So I think it's 826 out of 3. I don't even think that's disproportionate. That's not even proportionate at all. So
okay, good. I was gonna ask you something.
Yeah.
Why do you think there's this mini war between the trans community only, from all the alphabet, from all the letter of the LBG community, and the right wing zealots and extremists? What's going on? I mean, I'm trying to figure out why only that part of the gay community that they hate, but they're okay with the lesbians, with the gays, with the other, with the queer.
Well, that's outside of the Overton window,
right?
Because back in the 2000s and somewhat in the early 2010s, gay marriage was a hot button issue. Yeah. Now, this was one of the most decisively decided political issues of all time. Yeah. Another couple were climate change, the debate around that, and the debate around Iraq. These 3 issues are and in pretty much in the same era as well, which is really odd. These same 3 issues were the most decisively decided political debates of all time. 9/11 really did something to people, man. Like, obviously, it's a tragedy, Omar. Yeah, but it is. In terms of foreign policy, and the fucking jingoism of that era, it got some people to believe some crazy, crazy stuff. So these were the most decisively decided political hot button issues of all time. And the idea of gay marriage and just, letting gay people be, that's completely outside of the Overton window now. And now the hot button issue is trans people. The right can say whatever they want. Their audience will believe it and demonize these people and say it, yada, yada, yada. And they won't give a second thought down the line. So here's a guy named Brett Keane. I'm going to pull up... Well, can I drop this? No, let's just watch this video. Yeah. Keane. Because apparently it's not letting me drag and drop. Okay. Yeah, so here's the tab.
Okay, let's see.
In the medical books.
All right. So here he is. The DP fans will instantly remember this fucking guy. I hate him so much. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, fake shit.
Children, all 9 years or younger, and 3 adults were shot and killed at a Christian elementary school in Nashville.
The shooter, 28-year-old Audrey Hale of Nashville, is also dead. Police say she is a transgender woman and was a former student at the school.
Police say they believe she shot through a door to get into the school. Jonathan Siri has more on this heartbreaking story.
She entered the school through a side entrance and traversed her way from the first floor to the second floor, firing multiple shots.
A 28-year-old woman opens fire inside a private Christian elementary school in Nashville, killing 3 children and 3 staff members before being shot and killed by police. It happened Monday morning at Covenant School, a Presbyterian school of some 200 students ranging from preschool to 6th grade. According to police, the first report of shots fired came in around 10:13 a.m. Minutes later, a team of officers responded and began clearing the building.
When the officers got to the second level, they saw a shooter, a female, who was firing. The officers engaged her. She was fatally shot by responding police officers.
5 of the victims, 3 children and 2 adults, were rushed to the hospital and were later pronounced dead. Nashville police say no one else.
So obviously what they're doing now is giving the context of the tragedy. And what Brett matinee situation here is trying to do is just obviously pinning the blame on identity politics. Just trying to blame transgenderism in and of itself for this tragedy. No, it's not people with mental health issues coupled with the fact that you can easily access an assault weapon in this country. No, not capitalism or the existential threats to humanity that might actually perpetuate these mental illnesses. No, it's just being trans in and of itself. Not even the mental issues they might have, per se, because the right doesn't like introspection. They don't like empiricism and actual psychoanalytic theory. They just like to talk shit. That's what they like to do.
And while
I
it's
hate
still
this
unclear-
fucking guy so much.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane, and you are watching the Brett
Matinee
Keane Show.
situation.
So apparently, a transgender decided to go into a private Christian school and kill children, as well as whoever else happened to unfortunately be standing there. We're seeing a lot more of this. We've seen a lot of atheists throughout the last decade who decided to go into churches, as well as...
This guy is a domestic abuser.
Yeah, that's a liar. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fun fact.
Most of them are white, straight white male.
Yeah, this guy got charged for battering his wife way back when.
Schools and...
So, for you to fucking lecture us about morality, motherfucker.
Beat up your wife.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, okay?
It's usually high school.
I won't even say allegedly, because we definitively know he did it.
Where they go in and they kill people. I remember a while back during the 9/11 incident, there was a concern that Muslims were going to go into schools and do that, but it never happened. It never happened. The Muslims ended up getting bad PR. It would turn out to be godless people, people who do not believe in God, who decided to do
They do not believe in God. Citation needed, Brett. Massive fucking citation needed. Compare the number of atheistic attacks to the number of theistic attacks. I can virtually guarantee you that the theists, especially on the far right, on the far right, commit massively disproportionate numbers of terroristic attacks. I don't think it's atheists, Brett.
Genders are getting involved in this mess. Now it's people who don't even know who they are themselves. Who are...
I believe if you identify as a certain gender identity, you are that gender identity, Brett. I mean, it's introspectionary at its core, Brett.
Getting involved in this kind of disgustingness. What kind of person? I mean, I have...
Buddy, watching a Brett Keane video is enough disgustingness for anybody to be able to barely handle, okay?
Theorized for the longest time that this whole transgender thing is simply virtue signaling and for attention. But I also believe what the medical field and biology suggested long ago whenever...
Oh, so you are pro-trans? Due to the fact that the vast majority of gender researchers and gender clinicians and psychological research actually affirm transgender identities, Brett? No?
It was in the medical books that having this transgender belief, not accepting biology, not accepting science, and just simply claiming to identify with whatever it is that you...
Since when the fuck do fundamentalist evangelical Christians accept science? From denial of the theory of evolution to flat earth to denial of basic cosmological facts, to believing, you know, all this shit about the rapture and insane theories about Israel and Jesus. Now you want to invoke science, Brett? What about climate change? Because throughout the entirety, virtually the entirety of the 2000s, that was the entirety of the Republican-Democrat debate. One side was objectively right about that. The other was the Republicans, okay? Anti-empiricism, buddy. The empirical political side is the left wing, okay?
You've deluded yourself to believe is a mental illness. I really believe that. I've interviewed...
Wait, deluded themselves into believing that they have a mental illness. So they think they have a mental illness, but they don't? What is this, Brett? He's just throwing around words and seeing
what is he, like a minister or something?
And no, okay, so the story behind Brett Keane, long story short, is that he was a really big atheist YouTuber. But he lost his channel, and a bunch of Christians actually gave him money and signaled that they would support him if he converted to Christianity. So he converted to Christianity. He's essentially a grifter, a big
like
grifter at the end of the day.
Minneapolis, what was his name? Yellow Minneapolis, the gay guy, remember?
Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's like selling this, you know, Catholic memorabilia or whatever. I don't know.
So many people who call themselves otherkin who believe that they're animals and mythical creatures and all that. I've also interviewed...
Yeah, that's a right-wing op movement designed to provide a straw man against transgender identities. So
people who believe that they've reincarnated from celebrities of the past and ancient pharaohs. So being that I've talked to people who actually think they're the second coming of Jesus Christ, and spoken to many people who are obviously off their fucking rocker, when I hear people thinking,
I'll tell you one person that's obviously off his fucking rocker.
Yeah, they're 60 years old, and all of a sudden they went from male to be a woman, and then they also believe that they're 6 years old instead of 60. They totally go against.
The right has always been using this age argument. No. Age is an objectively verifiable concept. Like, we have a rigorous standard by which we judge age. By the way, there is no way we approximate one's gender identity. We can't approximate gender, Brett, because it's entirely introspectionary. Aren't gender norms completely socially constructed? Like, okay, what's compelling women to wear dresses and, you know, have long hair and wear high heels, okay? And put on makeup. Yeah. All these are a collaborative effort by society into molding people into what we think they should symbolize. It's all hegemonic, Brett. But, you know, like, if you did the most bare basic fucking sociological research on this, you would actually understand a steamland versions of the left's argument. But you don't get that, Brett. You don't get that.
Against their own biology and their own views and all this.
Fucking fat.
So
fucking
why did this
schlub.
transgender do it? Does anyone want to make an argument?
Humanity piece of shit.
Behavior?
He's actually like, I think, in his early 40s.
Oh, okay, they get that voice, you know.
Society. Yeah. I mean, we see transgenders all the time, as well as homosexuals in parades who are basically bearing their ass for all to see, for everyone.
Citation needed. Citation needed.
Including the children that are walking by. And now they think it's okay to go into a damn school.
Yeah, Brett, I totally believe you're not making shit up.
A private school at that, and just start blasting children, killing people. A lot of parents have started doing homes.
Like, I never hear the right up in arms whenever a cisgender, white heterosexual male does this to even more kids than what happened in Nashville. No. Like, obviously, they're not focusing on the fact that he's white, heterosexual, cisgender. No, because, and I wouldn't either, because that wouldn't matter. Let's apply some sociology. What systemically, what broadly is causing this phenomenon? Yeah. And even if we can't curtail what's causing this phenomenon, how can we prevent such tragedies? I don't know, maybe, you know, additional red flag laws, some ammo control, and mitigation of capitalism to the point where it doesn't produce this atrocious of mental health outcomes. No, Brett, you're not going to focus on actual solutions, are you?
No.
Because let's take an actual solution at an individual level. Brett, you're one Twinkie away from everything in the universe literally fucking orbiting you because your gravitational pull is that fucking strong, because you're that fucking fat. Jesus Christ, I don't know how you haven't just pulled yourself through the fucking earth yet and just gone through the planet because of how fat you are. You don't believe in actual solutions. That's why you're the fat fucking manatee you are today, motherfucker.
Oh, you hate him, man.
Not just because of what teachers.
This guy is really, really bad. I think he's probably the worst. Okay, go down the Brett Keane rabbit hole if you want to.
Oh yeah,
and you'll soon understand why this guy is one of the worst people imaginable.
Teaching nowadays and the garbage and the political ideologies that are being pushed into people, but. Apparently,
are Christian private schools not political ideologies? Yeah. I mean, like, I never got this whole grooming argument. They're saying, oh, the transgender, just drag queens reading a story to children, it's grooming kids, which is why we're for school choice. Oh, yeah. Really non-contradictory argument there, buddy. Really consistent.
A lot of these schools have trouble with bullies.
David Pakman tweeted, and everybody came down. You know, he hates the Christian. He's hiding behind the Jewish. What he said, I did the same thing. He's saying it was right. I mean, you guys.
He was right.
Let's pray. Let's pray. He said, "Well, they're in a Christian church school. They had enough prayer. They need some help. They need some gun control." That's what it really meant. But they used it against them and tried to take the narrative that he hated Christian. He hated Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all bullshit.
And he uploaded a video in which he talked about that tweet. The whole comment section flooded with Nazis, you know, making dog whistles and calling him, you know, a Jewish scumbag and all that. You know, goyim memes, parentheses memes, all the whole dog whistles.
and children more often just to be something to shock us and freak us out. The more and more I turn on the news, I hear about innocents being bled out dry on the streets. I can't take it anymore, folks. I can't take this shit anymore.
You can't take it.
So
innocents being bled out. So Brett, are you gonna mention what the Southern Baptist Church did to thousands of children over decades? No, just gonna casually ignore that report. You know, not focus on the actual grooming, Brett. Now, what he thinks is actual grooming is showing a child a rainbow flag and telling them that gay people exist and that it's okay to be gay. Now, what he doesn't think is actual grooming is, actual criminal molestation of children, which is prosecutable and has been prosecuted under the law. Now, Brett.
What's the argument? What's the point of it?
What's your fucking point?
It's always, isn't it always the same thing with a lot of these godless people? Well, yeah, there's this person and that person, but they don't all do that. Well, it's been getting to the point where it seems like a majority of people who share certain traits or certain genetics and certain ideologies.
Genetics? What the fuck?
People in society. I heard some atheists once say, Brett, you always been what non-believers have done.
Brett, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share this thing with you. Now, we haven't lost the Brett video, but I'm going to share this infographic with you. Sis, that's what percentage? Okay, I'm gonna use the calculator app here. 3 divided by 2,826. Move the decimal place 0.1% of the population, Brett. 0.1% of the population. Okay, 0.1% of the population commits mass shootings, as opposed to. Well, no, okay. 0.1% of all mass shooters are trans. Brett? Where's the outrage, man? Where's the outrage?
Bullshit, man.
Let's finish with this fucking manatee schlub.
They have a problem with the young white nationalists. They are disillusioned with the economy, disillusioned with their states, their red states, whatever. And they have become well, we want our own country. We being erased. Man, you are the country. You own the country. America is a white country still. You understand? The economic power is still white. The political elites are still white. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll vote for anybody. I don't care as long as I hate Israel and Israel's policy, but I don't have no issue voting for Jewish leaders here that my politics agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like Sanders, I love him. Bernie Sanders, I think he's a fucking hero. I voted for Schumer, when he first ran against the motto, whatever his name was, and it was so heated. We all voted. There is no issue. It's all about self-preservation. The message is, man, listen. Like I said before, you need to start loving your country and love everybody. I don't understand, because when I watch the news here and when I see the YouTube channels free, I think the walls are closing in. I go to the mall, everybody's going about their business from every different color, whites, blacks, everybody's buying, they're getting their haircuts, they're buying their phones. Everybody's living their life. There's no national divorce. That shit is all in their fucking heads. These crazy son of a bitches, man. That's all.
TJ actually told a story. TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist. Yeah. Right after Ron DeSantis invoked all this rhetoric about Disney being woke and grooming and all the shit surrounding the "Don't Say Gay" bill, and TJ mentioned the fact that there was like some sort of pride event happening at Disney, and a lot of people came there that day. Yeah. So tons of people from a red state came to Disney World on the day of a pride event, and nobody cared.
Yeah, they had a pride event, right?
Nobody cares. Yeah. Everybody's just going about their business, not talking this shit in real life as they would online. 50% of the population, conservatives, aren't actually espousing this hateful shit. Could it be the fact that when they actually listen to these people, they actually empathize with them? Yeah. And could it be that they don't actually believe in anything at all?
Yes. They don't have any I always call them empty moving targets with an empty pocket. They always got these targets, but they have nothing to show in their pocket. There's nothing, there's no policies, there's nothing to show. That Oh, it's the gays. Oh, it's the trans. Oh, it's the Arabs. Oh, it's the blacks. Oh, it's the Hispanics. Oh, it's this. It's that. It's this. How about it's us? It's you who doesn't want anybody. Even Ron DeSantis, whatever the fuck his name, meatball head. He's not running for the presidency of the United States. He's running for the presidency of Florida. Once he gets out of Florida, he looks like a fucking idiot. It's like the naked emperor. Nobody's good with the woke. Let me see what's going on today. Let me see what I'm gonna say today. You understand that I'm gonna guys find me something in the news so I could talk about it and get the headline. Do you have any policies? The crime rate in Florida is through the roof. Homicide is very high. I think Florida has a worse homicide rate.
Keep talking. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
And New York City. No, go ahead, man. Don't worry about it. You understand? The whole issue is that let me put myself there. The greatest Omar. So the whole idea is that Ron DeSantis is not running for the presidency of the United States. Every morning he'll wake up and call his fucking office. Listen, do you have something about woke culture or something I could attack today and look good and I could move my hands like this and look like I'm smart? Yeah. Oh, okay. Disney is the best income maker for Florida. You know how many millions of people go to Florida to go to Disney and you make money off Disney? And you're not going to beat fucking Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse would beat your ass any day of the week. They have billions and billions of dollars. Even that thing that he put up to govern the Disney World, they have no power. They're just fucking heads. They're sitting there doing nothing. At the end of the day, Donald Trump is going to go to jail. Donald Trump is going to go to jail. That's all that matters to us because he's a criminal. I have to sing to keep going. I don't know. I just can't talk like those crazy talk heads. What's up, man? I'm glad you're back.
All right.
I started singing. That's how quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to finish up with this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I really can't stand him.
Religion seems to be so big in the prison and jail system. Well, it's simple. According to stats, the reason why there's so many religious people in prison is because 90% of atheists who haven't committed suicide before going to trial, the ones that do end up making it to jail or prison, their ideologies were fucking weak and pussy-like in the first place, and they end up accepting Jesus when they get in there. They even have a name for it. It's called Jailhouse Jesus. That's what they call it. It's because so many atheists and so many people who were once agnostic or atheists decide to accept God once they get in. Maybe it's because they want to be a part of a group. Maybe it's because they're looking.
Did you accept God after you got charged with battery? when you beat the shit out of your wife?
In order to join the church, you have to beat up your wife.
Yeah.
It's part of the ritual, you know. It's the GAN initiation. If you want to join it, become conservative, you have to beat up your wife at least once a week. At least once a week.
Yeah.
Become a real good conservative and you know and get that badges. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the parole board will like it more if you believe in God and actually have meaning and purpose in your life. Who knows?
Why can't I assign my own meaning and purpose? Like, obviously, religious people, hey, you know, look, as long as you keep it to yourself, you can do you can do what you want, okay? Yeah. But why can I determine my own purpose as an atheist? Why can't I do that?
What we do know is a lot of people convert once their freedom is taken away, their freedom to go out in the street and act like a damn pansy ass in front of everybody. Suddenly, they really start reflecting on their life.
Or to get on YouTube and act like the most fridge temperature Celsius IQ moron there is.
Where God is once they're at the bottom of the barrel. It is what it is.
It is what
Buddy, you, with your 400 subscribers, are at the bottom of the fucking barrel. You really fell from grace, man. Yeah, but typically, Omar, I punch up with, you know, who I attack, you know, Ben Shapiro. These guys have millions of subscribers. But I'd make an exception for this fucking guy.
Garbage,
all right? He's really bad.
Yeah, I've heard some people argue, well, you know, if somebody's hurting and suffering, it's no wonder. You know, same with people who join the military and then they find themselves under fire and suddenly they start praying to God when they talk shit about God all the many years. But then whenever the bullets are flying and shit's really hitting the fucking dirt, all of a sudden God starts becoming part of the equation with a lot of atheists and agnostics.
They're desperate. I mean, you know, people in war-torn countries, you know, often turn to God. It's just a sociological phenomenon. It just happens.
And they kill each other in the name of God, and they pray to the same God, but they, you know, they think they're in the right section of the God thing they have. You could believe in God, but it's a private matter. You know, I pray 5 times a day. I'm not like a religious guy. I just do it because I want to be a role model to my kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But my religion stays home. That's it. Once I walk out the door, I do not project anything on anybody that I'm better or that.
Fantastic.
Look at me, I wear a cap, I wear a hat. I'm fucking like a freak and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You could believe in God. God is a personal matter. Religion is a personal matter. You leave it at home. You not project it or enforce it on people. Because what you're doing right now is you're trying to enforce God on the country, and the country is moving away. I think atheists are the fastest growing segment of our population, and agnostics. People don't believe in God no more, especially people who go to universities or they go to college. They see all this craziness and they're like, nah, that's not for me. You understand? But the whole issue is these small group, even Christian themselves, it's a small minority within a minority who are extremists and usually are stained by scandals, or they have closeted bullshit, like the Ted Haggers, like the Jim Bakers, like the Swaggers. All these guys were leaders, were making $1 million a day in income, all that stuff. At the end of the day, one guy was having sex with was a homosexual. One guy was having sex with a prostitute in a hotel. One guy was having sex with his secretary. And they were projecting every day, God, the PTR. You're a little young. I mean, you can't remember that. But that's all it is. Even now, all these guys who come on TV, they have all these planes, they have all these mansions, and they still give away. I cannot understand for the fucking... Why are you giving your money away for these guys to live a life of luxury? You know,
the total grifters.
Grifters. Isn't it said that the meek will inherit the world in the Bible, in the Christian Bible? The meek will inherit the world. It says it's easier for I don't know, for a poor man to go to a needle, I don't know, than a rich. I don't know how to say all the stuff they say. But the whole idea is that religious extremism is very dangerous, because I see that in the Middle East, and it led to a lot of unnecessary war, a lot of unnecessary killing, where you have people of the same faith killing each other because they see the other side is not religious enough or not on the right track of what they're supposed to pray. This is crazy. You know, when you see Nick Fuentes, oh, I want this country to be a Catholic country with a Catholic president, a Catholic constitution.
Yeah. Oh,
Catholic,
yeah. The anti-groomer guy. The anti-groomer.
I wrote them. I say Catholics only make 23% of the Christian denominations in the United States. So what are you saying? And everybody, a lot of people hate them.
Minority rule. You know?
Understand what I'm saying? And are we supposed to give allegiance to the guy in the Vatican as a country? We're going to trade a constitution that guarantees our right as a human being to move, to live.
Fuentes calls himself a Christian. Well, he calls himself an American nationalist, but at the same time, he wants to subordinate America's Catholic population. He wants it to run America, but also subordinate that to Rome, to the Vatican. I don't.
You see, I know. You see, Fuentes is crazy, but you have to respect his game, because he's telling you what he thinks. You already know he's a fucking evil. He's an idiot. You know, he's like a wolf. You already, in a wolf, they show you their teeth. You already know the wolf is a wolf. You know what the most dangerous is? There's the fox, the one like Andrew Wilson. Oh, Christian nationalism against anti-feminism. That's a fucking wolf in cheap clothes, and he's the one you have to fear, because he's doing the same thing that Nick Fuentes is doing, but he's doing it in a smart way. Mm-hmm. He's what do you call sugarcoating it, Christianity.
Andrew's smart with TOS. Now Brett Keane is possibly the worst Christian commentator on all of the internet. Yeah, one of the worst content creators. Full stop. But Andrew's really smart with TOS. He knows how to skirt.
Don't you notice he picks his fight with these guys with Nick Fuentes? He's picking them off for his
and it's working.
Subscription. He's taking them. He's picking them off. He's picking off fight because he has the same idea as they do, but he's smart. So he's like saying, look at Nick Fuentes. It is. He's saying the crazy shit that having sex with a man is actually gay itself. I mean, shut up, you fucking idiot. And the whole idea is that that's you gotta fear the fox. The fox is the real enemy. But the wolf, he already showing you his teeth. You already know he is. You know how to combat him. You know how to fight his views. But the worst one is the fox will smile at you, but it's a fucking tricky.
Well, Omar, another animal we've got to be wary of, but is mostly just laughable and languishes in its own misery, is the manatee.
See, you got to understand, ladies.
Yeah, we call him the manatee. Let's.
Go ahead.
Brett Keane is a manatee because he is that fucking fat. Okay, let's just finish up with this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that reality versus what you hear on YouTube is much different. A lot of people talk about
reality comports with the opposite.
He has no. It sounds like it's like a recording.
Yeah, he does sound like ChatGPT. He might actually have 11 AI do a voiceover. But Brett Keane, you just said that the reality is the opposite of what you're shown on YouTube. Yeah, the reality comports with the opposite of what Brett Keane says.
A bunch of mad shit, and they like to say a lot of shocking things because they're monetized, they want to make money. But in real life, when the shit hits the fan, when fucking doors of your school start getting blown off, and
when husbands beat their wives brutally,
idiots start walking down the hallway wanting to take out your children, suddenly prayers become a real fucking thing, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. Well, that's my
when people are desperate and in violent situations, they turn to God.
Thoughts? I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. How do you feel about this mess? I feel like
the mess that is Brett Keane. Yeah, I think he should just get off of YouTube.
We're going to be seeing more and more of this shit where people, just idiots, walk into schools and hospitals and places where innocent people can't defend themselves and just waste everybody.
This has been happening for decades, Brett.
Yeah, but
so why don't you advocate for an actual solution like ammo control, like red flag laws, like background checks when it comes to purchasing guns? Jesus Christ, man. Get a grip on reality, you fucking manatee piece of shit.
These are the people, the solution with the church, with Jesus, with Christianity, and who read these manifestos. These are the people, they come from the same segment of our population. They feel like they're languishing in their own communities. They go into religion. They don't find out fulfillment. You know, when you're starving for something and you're looking for something to fulfill your hunger for something, these people are already sick in their head. So they say, oh, maybe if I go to church, I'll feel better a little bit. And I start to like everybody. He goes to church for 6 months. Nah, I don't think it's I think I got to go to school and kill me a couple of kids or as much as I can and go out in a fire of glory, whatever that word means, and try to manifest like you're a fucking idiot, man. You're killing kids, man. The weakest animals, the animal in the human kingdom is a child who was 8 years old, 9 years old, who should be guaranteed the right to live in safety in every society, especially ours. You walk into school, you shoot them and kill them. It doesn't matter if this guy or girl in Tennessee, but the majority of it is all these young white Christian males, and every time they do it, it's a mental health issue. You have to address the gorilla in the room. Gun control. You could have a gun. When I get a car, I don't know if you drive yet, Free. When you get a car, first you got to get registered with the Department of Motor Vehicles. Once you register, you have to prove you have insurance. Before you drive, you have to take a road test and a written test. Once you pass all that stuff, then they give you the card, because the card is a weapon. I mean, you could kill people, you could run over people in the street. So they have to make sure that everybody's going to be safe around you. So
not the same thing with guns. Guns, you can just walk into a gun store, buy,
they do the same thing. You could get
a high velocity rifle immediately. No questions.
You could get a gun. You could get even these IR-15. But first of all, you need to register it. Second of all, you need to have at least insurance on it. Second of all, you should have it registered. It's yours with a number on it. You cannot lose it. You are responsible if something happened or it gets lost or you sell it to another person and that person goes and kills 5 to 10 people. I have this idea. I know it sounds crazy. If I was in government, okay, these states want to have guns, right? Like Indiana and all that stuff. Okay, you want to have guns? Okay. I'm going to make a law that every state that gets a guns should have its own special serial number to that state. But if I find those guns in the street of Chicago and the street of New York, I will hold the state of Indiana responsible or Florida, because you're letting these guns, they're leaving your state and they're killing our people in different states. You want to give these guns to your population, then you should register with them and do what you got to do. We don't want these people to have guns. Go ahead.
Yeah. Also, There are a lot of people, leftists in
Chicago,
particular.
all those guns that come from Indiana, those kids, they go over the border, they buy guns by the load, and people from Indiana, they bring them and sell them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which, come to think of it,
we let have shotguns in New York.
What was I going to say? There were a lot of leftists.
Yeah.
There are a lot of leftists that are like opposed to the idea of gun control. And look, guys, we at least need to compromise. I mean, we can have red flag laws. We can have universal background checks. We can have ammo control, like ban really solid bore types, really rip ammo types. Make it's to where assault weapons don't have like this insane velocity at which the bullets are shot. I mean, Jesus Christ, this whole a good guy with a gun bullshit, this whole arming teachers horse spit, it doesn't work. Go ahead.
There are 3 countries with the most guns per capita to person to the population. The first one is Sweden, second one is the United States, and third is my native country of Yemen. But we don't have no school shooting. They have, wars and things of that nature. But you don't have people. If you go to my town, some houses, they have fucking machine guns. Those war machine guns. But nobody has walked out, I'm going to shoot the people at the yard today. This is an American phenomenon that we have. And I don't know how we got to that place. I mean, where you go to a school and just shoot kids. I don't understand the meaning of it or the object of it or what purposes it serve. The guy who did it doesn't make him look any good. His manifesto could go to fucking hell because everybody's going to say you killed children, so you don't exist in our mind. You're not a hero even to the people that you want to become a hero to because you're killing defensible children. Okay, if you want to be a fucking guy with balls, okay, go to an army station or a base in the United States.
Yeah, do something real.
Yeah, go fight there. I don't like the FBI. I mean, I'm not saying they should do it, but I mean, don't pick on kids. Pick on people with guns who can fuck you right back up. And if you want to be the hero of the day, what's you got there, man?
So I polled my audience lately. Obviously, you know this, and by far the vast majority of the people they want me to cover are red pillars. Now, don't click off just yet because red pillars are on the right. They constantly espouse these like misogynistic politics, and if they've gone far enough, like this fucking loser, they espouse Nazi politics.
This is Sneeko, right? Sneeko, what his name is?
Yeah, the whole internet's making fun of him right now, and he absolutely fucking deserves it.
He's a cock. He says.
Yeah, and the red pill makes fun of cucks.
Yeah, but he said, "Oh, my girlfriend, she had it. The first 3 pumps. He got.
The fuck?
Like, something was stolen from me. You son of a bitch."
Omar, look. I've got nothing against cucks. Like, if you want that, you're adults. Do what you want to do. I ain't gonna look in your fucking bedroom. But where he's inconsistent is the fact that the red pill despises what cucks do, and just despises other people besides them having sex in general. So this guy makes some of the worst content on YouTube and some of the most lowest IQ content on YouTube. So well, he got booted off of YouTube, but some of the lowest IQ content. Let's watch.
Probably like a conservative, not a Republican, but
yeah, Caitlin Bennett. Everybody makes fun of her. She's one of the biggest right wing.
She took off, didn't she? She took off one of the college.
Poop girl. Yeah.
No, I don't drink.
Did you just call her a racist? Yeah, it's a college kid's conservative means racist.
Wait, this is cut the fuck up.
Racist? Yeah.
What have I said? You should do some short videos, like shorts, like 60-second shorts. It's good for your. So I started doing them. I get like 2,000, 3,000 views. It's good to bring you some traffic to your channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Caitlin Bennett, she's done multiple minstrel characters, so if you don't consider her a racist, then that really says more about you than it does us, my friend.
That's racist.
Well, that's very, very bad. Name one thing. Ready? She's not gonna have nothing.
Just one thing. You guys think she's racist?
Nope. You just. I think this because this is what a white woman who's conservative is. She is racist. She couldn't answer. She's getting crowd support, and they're gonna go flip her off later.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, crowd support? It's like you constantly ask your chat to spam Wanico because if the consonant actually made sense, it'd be Weeko. But like crowd support, that's what you fucking red pill morons are all about.
Everybody agrees. Give me one thing I've said or done that's racist.
Oh yeah.
But they all yes, bots, all in unison. Yes, this is the right.
You're literally on Rumble, motherfucker. You don't think there are bots just spamming your chats, making you look optically better in the grand scheme of things? Shut the fuck up, you moron.
My opinion, it's racist. I'm woke.
I'm asking her. She accused me of being racist. I do want to know one thing I've said that's racist.
I would like to hear her stuff. What the fuck? That you're able to walk around and make accusations like that? Just like, you're a misogynist incel. You're a racist. Okay, what have I said?
Let me pull something up, Sneeko. Let me pull something up. Because if you really want evidence that Caitlin Bennett is racist, Bennett being a horrible person. So, if y'all wanted proof that Caitlin Bennett was objectively one of these racist types, let me put this into StreamYard.
Why didn't you ask me why I'm dressed like this?
I just feel like that's a little much.
What do you think that is? Huh? What do you think that is? Seems a little peculiar, Caitlin, doesn't it? To, you know, skeptically ask them as to why they think you're racist, Caitlin. You gotta be kidding me, man. You have got to be fucking off your rocker.
Is this recent? Well, she hasn't done that shit in a while, right?
No, but I bring this up in the context of Sneeko's asking why they think she's racist.
Okay.
So one person here is an actual Native American woman. The other is Caitlin Bennett. Like, and you wonder why people think you're racist, Caitlin? Come on. What the fuck is this?
What? You can hear me?
No, yeah, Omar, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's a piece of shit. I used to watch her. She didn't make no sense when she used to talk. She used to ask the dumbest question you could think about in front of colleges or something.
Yeah, just people going about their day. I mean, it's just like
this guy's a fucking idiot. You know, he's sounding like he's Muslim, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Tate fake Muslims. Like, Muslims can't drink or gamble, can they? Yeah. So
guys fuck their girls. That's the worst you could think of.
Yeah, constantly drinking, cucking. You don't live up to any of that shit. That's because you're full of shit, Sneeko. You are a liar. You are a liar. Get off of YouTube. Yeah. Space doesn't belong to deceitful people. What were you saying?
You see when he was dancing with the gun and he showed that guy Charlie his gun and Charlie showed him his
He's insane. He's insane.
LLC in Delaware. If you don't live in Delaware, which none of you do.
Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck? If you don't actually reside in Delaware, but open up some sort of online address individually and, you know, in a corporate sense, like, you're gonna get convicted of fraud if you're not doing like some sort of business exclusive income tax. Like, if you have some sort of LLC based in Delaware and you're exclusively operating out of Delaware, then you'll only get the tax benefits on
Delaware.
The profits that LLC makes. But on an individual level, especially if you're residing somewhere outside of Delaware, no, that's not gonna fucking work.
Texas, the red states mostly, but if you're in a communist place like California, New York.
Communism is when high taxes. Right.
Yeah.
The masterful Marxist political analysis from Sneeko. Oh my god, he is so smart. He is so smart. I take back everything. He is so fucking smart. Enlighten us, Daddy. Enlighten us. Might be insensitive to others, but racist. Madman J. Okay. Let me actually bring up something else, Madman J, because we're going to test your consistency on this.
All right.
I'm going to stop screen sharing this for a second, but obviously the video is going to be on in the background.
Okay.
Let's test your consistency on this one thing, Madman J. Now, many people might consider these caricatures insensitive to others, and racist at the same time. Could it actually be that insensitivity is necessarily racism? Because racism, okay, the degradation of another marginalized group based on their race, or marginalization in general. Could it actually be that insensitivity goes hand in hand with racism? Yeah. Frankly, you don't find that racist. Well, you just had a Native American woman call out Caitlyn Bennett for her minstrelsy. Yeah. She actually experienced the stratification socially that natives in this country do experience after thousands of years, or no, hundreds of years, sorry, of white supremacist colonization. Somebody who has actually experienced that, and Caitlyn Bennett, who knows absolutely nothing better than to just go around pretending like she does.
She's an idiot.
Come on, man.
These are idiots, man. Don't pay attention to these idiots, man. They have no sense of
awareness. Right. Yeah, we need to continue with this fucking moron.
Yeah, he just says anything that comes out of his mouth and he thinks it makes sense.
You take like fucking half of your money. It's communist. Delaware.
Communism is when high taxes. Okay.
What was the last racist thought you had?
I'm a black woman. You seriously asking me that question?
Why can't white people rap?
I slanted my eyes because an Asian kid had all the answers in class.
Got played by a guy that wanted me.
Wait, that's the clip? Okay, this is a compilation of Sneako's content because he's off of YouTube, and that was a fucking clip? Okay.
I got ghosted by my boyfriend of 8 months. Guys only want me for my ass.
Name. Are you even backing like that though? Pause. Turn around though if you're gonna say that. If you can't see it from the front, I don't know. Yeah, Jay, like what you mean? There's no.
What the fuck?
See it from the front.
Both the guys I were talking to got girlfriends. The last guy I hooked up with doesn't remember my name.
W.
I just got a boyfriend.
Oh my God! These queens all booing the fact that she's in a happy relationship. The rest of them are getting played. The rest of them are. Okay, well, they're being ironic.
This is an op to provoke fucking people like you. No, okay, I can virtually guarantee that literally everybody in that TikTok is monogamous, has had a healthy, successful, stable relationship. Yeah. They're just trying to get views and provoke other dipshits like you, Sneako. Do you legitimately think that they're going around like, whoring themselves around, and bragging about it? No, because I honestly have an inkling that people who legitimately hoe around, just don't give a fuck. They just do what they do. They just mind their own fucking business. And frankly, they should be minding their own business, and other people should be minding their own business, because if you're some woman who just sleeps around a lot,
I think Sneako has that.
I've got my own fucking problems. This is an op designed to provoke utter morons like you. Shut the fuck up. You low IQ, you fridge temperature Celsius IQ fucking idiot. What were you going to say, Omar? Sorry.
I think he has a filler, lip fillers. Lip fillers, they've been...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Bro, anyone who says that you cannot be in my stream anymore, I don't fuck with you. Opie, thank you.
Should be chopstick tape.
If you say chopstick tape, you're equally as racist.
Because Sneako is Asian.
Thank you for explaining that very simple joke.
Why are you associating with food?
What?
Why are you linked to food? Taco as in taco that you're eating? Or I don't get the joke.
Family court system is biased against.
That girl was probably Romanian or Eastern European, probably couldn't understand the play on words. And frankly, the way that segment was clipped, yeah, I don't get the context either.
Men, false authority, false accusations, prison sentencing disparity, failure in education, health issues, and male abuse.
Yeah, that can be largely attributed to the way we socialize men. Because, men are, as a matter of fact, the red pillars themselves say this. Men should be less dependent, they should be less open with their emotions, and they should bear the brunt of the weight life has to confer upon them. But at the same time, they complain against these ways in which men are stratified and marginalized in society. You are harming men, Sneako. You are the one actively engaging in this systemic stratification against men. You are what leads to higher suicides, because anybody being in your presence just automatically wants to just drag a straight razor across their... Anyway, Sneako, you are sexist against men. We are not. We are actually care about men. As a matter of fact, to demonstrate the lengths this guy is willing to go to encourage men to harm themselves. Okay, I'm going to make this full screen. I don't know why I haven't been making it full screen. But look at this fake scar. Oh, you gotta go. Yeah. Just don't click. Just exit the. Just click on Leave Studio. Don't click the End Broadcast button. Yeah.
I mess up all the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
we had a good
Leave
time.
Studio.
You know.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, man.
All right. Enjoy yourself, Ella.
Yep. All right, so the stream is still live, which is great. So just to demonstrate the amount this guy is, willing to feign this faux tough guy persona, notice this patch of hair, or this patch of a lack of hair, where hair doesn't grow. Now, some people have this genetic anomaly in and of themselves, in which just hair just doesn't grow on a certain portion of their eyebrow. But in his earlier videos, Sneako and his eyebrows were fully grown. There was no area in which hair didn't grow. So he's feigning this fucking tough guy look. He wants to give the impression that there was a scar there when there wasn't. To reinforce this hypermasculine machismo stereotype, that's what's leading to these higher suicide rates. That's what's leading to these construction accidents. That's what's leading to this emotional instability, bro. You are the cause of this. And because you are the cause of this, you have no fucking right whatsoever to complain about it, Sneako. Plain and simple.
Do you think that so many people aren't aware of men's issues?
If a man is a victim of domestic violence or domestic abuse, he's not going to report it to the police. And if you call
because he's been socialized to do so.
They'll arrest you. Exactly. In that same exact scenario.
No, they won't. I think they'll be less apprehensive towards the woman because women are socialized, again, that word, to be the less violent sex, the less aggressive gender, the less confrontational gender. So we have this preconceived notion in ourselves that women are less likely to batter. Now, there are tons of instances of women battering men and the men just, sticking through that relationship because they're desperate or emotionally attached or whatever. But you are the one that tells men to keep their emotions bundled inside, Sneako. You are the cause of this. You have no right to complain, but you don't actually care about men. You don't actually care about their struggles. No. You just want to talk shit on the internet and get clout from it, don't you?
When there's domestic violence going on, you just need to bob and weave, take all the punches and the shoving and all the craziness, and you have to just suck it up. Because you'll never win. Nobody will take it seriously. The cops will laugh at you.
What? No. What? No. Oh my god. If you're bruised and cut and bloody, where the fuck are the DAs going to think that just came from? Do you just appear ontologically bloody and bruised and battered on site? No. They're clearly going to go through a prosecution. And by telling men to bundle it up, do you know the harm that causes? Okay, let's actually grant you the premise that DAs are just going to toss out all domestic abuse prosecutions against women. Wouldn't that be all the more reason for men to speak up, Sneako? Your reasoning is fucking absurd. And you are an utter moron.
The court will laugh at you.
I fucking hate this guy so much.
Even if she puts her hands on you. Nowadays, girls will put your hands on you.
Okay, because again, people like you have socialized women into being the more timid and submissive sex.
If you even touch them, you're going to jail. Who do you think they're going to arrest? You call the cops on a domestic violence abuse, cops pull up. Who's going to jail? Her or me?
Yeah, because bobbing and weaving totally doesn't take any sort of energy out of you. Right, yeah. No actual exertion of effort, just, something you do. Because apparently, the cops and DAs aren't going to take it seriously. Well, whose fault is that, Sneako? Hint, hint, it's yours.
Think about it.
Women.
Shut the fuck up.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so basically, what style of content this is, it's he reacts on stream to a bunch of women who are tipsy and clearly in this party mood and are actually leaning into the sort of bimbo-y persona in and of themselves. And then he plays it off as if it's sincere commentary when it's clearly not. So
They're strong and better than men.
Well, right, but saying if women couldn't use.
Haha, my friend's so stupid, but I'm not gonna call her out on it. She's so smart and strong and winning.
Can you offer a man that no other woman has?
It's a fucking gargoyle.
A wifey that will take care of your kids, work, that's not a bomb, doesn't have to pay for everything.
Every woman is supposed to do that. The bare minimum. Here, I'm black, white, and Asian.
Supposed to? By whose standard? Yours? Okay, well, I have just as strong of an epistemological grounding to say women can do what they want, and they can choose to stay at home or have a career. It's all about choice in my worldview, Sneeko. And it's a lot easier for men and women, and just society in general. You should try leftism.
I can't be Trump every day. And white people, I'll give you this. You're not the stinkiest race. You know who the stinkiest race is. The stinkiest race, I'm not going to say it because but they drive cabs. Thank you, come on, they smell like curry. Like you can smell the curry come out of their skin. White people, you don't take.
Isn't this fucking guy Asian? Yeah, the fresh and fit guy just said that, so I'd like to elucidate what type of Asian he is. Okay, so
But you could improve. Just being honest. That's like I did not say what race it was. I just said thank you, come again. That's all I said. I just said that they are Uber Eats drivers, and you could smell chicken curry coming out of the skin. I didn't say any race. I just did a voice. Okay? You cannot cancel me.
Hands to your face, all across your face, and work it in. You want to do this preferably while the shower's still going.
yeah, a Sikh, while somebody else Allahu Akbar in the background. Yeah, classic.
They wouldn't know what to do. They would not know what to do, and I feel like
no to do as far as
Jesus, balance the fucking audio.
like how
What kind of moron made this? Oh, probably a Sneeko fan. What am I thinking?
women can take different things and put it together as far as meal-wise, like like cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, she's talking about ingredients, moron.
Chat, I did not say, yo, don't put whale emojis. Why would you body shame? R-word is never funny under any, but I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if I'm thinking like an R-worder, am I gonna pick a 4? I'm trying to objectively analyze the situation from both sides.
Okay, but it's like, yeah, bro, like, why would you rank like a kid? Like, what does it matter? Like,
are you saying the jokes can't be funny?
Oh, this is probably over the cuties drama that he got himself into. Yeah. He definitely deserves to be lambasted for that whole shtick, that whole stunt. So if you guys don't know, the context behind this is that Sneeko endorsed the Netflix movie Cuties. Yes, that, Cuties. And thought it was an actually great movie. And they call leftist groomers. So, it's called projection.
I mean, I say EDP joke, but he didn't.
It consists of the entirety of the rights politics.
Luckily, the girl was fake with EDP.
Why does Michael Jackson always date 25-year-olds? Because there's 20 of them. Bow! Like, I'm tired of that.
Never heard that one before. Never heard that one before. A highly original joke from the genius comedic mind of Sneeko.
The reason that people are so that I can captivate people is because it's so rare to even see that in the first place. And I just want to completely disregard all that shit, bro. I just want to go around all of that. And I know that if they do try to delete me, there's gonna be an absence of that, of someone who doesn't give a fuck. Because you give a fuck. And I really don't. I'm just like a troll in the chat. I'm just like a troll. I come from the trenches of 4chan at the bottom. Like I'm just that angry guy. You saw me in the bottom.
That's bad. 4chan has all the objectively incorrect opinions about everything and just consists of contrarians wanting to be spicy and get attention because mommy didn't give them enough when they were younger.
I'm just saying, try to troll and I try to keep the people entertained, man. That's all I care about.
That's the thing, but I know you, man. You do care.
Let's skip through a good chunk of this because this guy is fucking insufferable.
What it is. You don't need, I'm getting mad about it now because it's like, that's what it is. Again.
No, I don't need you. One, I don't even need women to make money. Why would I want you making money? For what? I have unlimited money. I have so much money. What I want you to do is just be pleasant and smile and comply and obey.
What I want you to do if I was a woman, what I would want you to do is, well, first of all, if I was a woman in your midst, I would want you to give me back my passport and stop actively exploiting me for a bunch of Simps on OnlyFans. But what I would really want you to do if I was a woman, let's just say it's a normal scenario, we're in a relationship, I actually want you to leave me, and I want you to shut the fuck up, Andy boy. Sorry. It's just the vibes I get from you. Just my assessment of your personality, okay?
I want you to shut up and clean and stay home and don't do anything. Just be an object in the crib. It's extreme, but is it not what guys really want? Like, I don't really want you running around in the club.
To be honest, I honestly couldn't care What? Well, I'm not monogamous anyway, so I just have squeezes.
Brown, but we're just all afraid to ask for it. We're all afraid to say it. We don't want to be, oh my God, you're so good.
Is an issue.
So what gender do you think you are?
Well, I'm a male.
Okay, well, maybe I think you're a woman.
What? No, okay. First off, Steven, okay? Get this through your fucking light-year thick skull, okay? Gender is necessarily the sociological obverse of sex. Now, that means it's correlative and has, some sort of reciprocal sociological relationship, one with the other, but is necessarily the sociological aspect we assign to those given sexes at birth, okay? Like, gender identity is a thing. Like, what compels you to cut your hair short? What compels you to wear this masculine polo?
No, legally I'm a male.
Oh, I think you're a woman? What?
It says on my driver's license that I'm a male.
Okay, so that's your sex.
No, but I'm also a male.
That's your sex.
It says on my carrier certificate that I'm a male.
Semantics. That's your sex, not your gender.
Steven, you have not karyotyped yourself in your fucking life.
Some legal documentation say gender.
What if I say I don't believe you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Exactly, it doesn't matter if you don't believe me.
No, it doesn't matter because biologically...
What gender do you think I am?
I have no fucking clue.
Steven, you're not karyotyping anybody! Oh my fucking God.
Caillou?
I assume you're female.
Yeah, so you're making assumptions.
Yes.
I identify as non-binary. It's just mid-white people. It's average-looking white people who just don't look feminine enough, and so they kind of look like a boy, and so instead of just being an ugly girl, they're non-binary.
I don't, respectfully, that doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Now, let me ask you this. What did you say if I have...
It matters what pronouns you use for me. It matters how I'm socialized in society. It matters my gender.
It matters how I'm socialized in society.
It matters the way that
in the chat, bro.
I'm allowed to express myself. It matters what bathroom I use. It matters who I'm allowed to live with. It affects every aspect of my life.
What the fuck am I watching? What? Okay.
What are you saying?
So chat,
I want to be done with this fucking guy so bad. Let's go on to another red pill moron. Well, let's actually have a sort of sanity restoring sort of session. Why don't we? So, Cooper, John Anthony. Now, John Anthony Lifestyle is not the least problematic YouTuber. Plenty of people on the left have their problems with him, but who I really want to cover in the segment is this fucking single mom pussy slurping, true beta incel. Well, no, he's not an incel. I think he's just like quote unquote fucks around, purportedly, but he is one of the dumbest and one of the worst red pill content creators. Not John Anthony. He's better than Rick Duper, because Rich Cooper actually did promote a cryptocurrency scam. But yeah.
Now he claims to be the red pill alpha male. Okay, and then he says in his video he hates masculinity. All right, and then Paul also writes here, popular saying, you are the
it's kind of slow
of who you associate with. Now go look at his Rule Zero associates, okay? And as we've seen, we'll pop up Rolo, we'll pop up Ryan. They're fucking marrying to trash, okay? They're girlfriends
yeah, Middle Eastern Amaru over here is actually on sugar baby sites. He's a sugar daddy. I thought you said you, as a devout Muslim, lecturing women on what they should do with their bodies and, encouraging them to not be single mothers and not be hoes. For a guy that says all that shit, he, Amaru, does fuck around with hoes a lot.
Being involved with below average women, with women that are old, women that are physically unattractive, with women that are single mothers. And what are those women doing on him? These like low ranked, like...
Oh yeah, these pussy magnet alphas are with mid women, yeah. John makes a compelling point here.
Old, past the wall is a stupid term.
This guy is not somebody I'd particularly look up to, but he's the best out of all of them.
He's getting cheated on.
I don't follow his advice, but I do follow his commentary on these fucking morons like Rich Duper.
And then he's, I really miss this after he was cheated on.
No chin whatsoever. Same with Matt Walsh, no chin when they shave. I have somewhat of a chin when I shave, but I'm not fucking insecure about it. I wouldn't grow a beard to cover it up, but... And all these people, posting Chad memes, aspiring to this impossible archetype of masculinity, having an etched, defined jawline is a good thing, but also beards are a masculine statement. So, like, get your narrative straight. Like, are you going to conceal it, or are you going to own the jaw you already have?
Now, this is the direct opposite of alpha.
If I had no chin, I'd just own it.
Behavior. Let me reiterate that. The direct opposite of alpha behavior. This is full-on beta behavior.
100%. 100%, John Anthony.
What's up, guys? John Anthony here from John Anthony Lifestyle. Today we're going to look at a nice little review someone made of Richard Cooper's book, okay, that demonstrates all the winning qualities of an alpha slayer, okay? Before we get into that, if you are new to the channel, this is a no bullshit, practical, straightforward, best dating advice in the world channel, and I have a very optimized system that I've used to get guys extremely good at the game very fast.
Just post in chat if you want me to speed the video up or slow it down, because I can go at any speed.
And also, jump on a free 30-minute call with me, link in the description, if you would like to master the game.
Thank you, I'd rather
the Red
not.
Pill Guru, the Red Pill Master, okay, we've showed all these other Red Pill Gurus, we'll put them on the screen again, marrying below average girls, having his girlfriends below average girls, okay, lying about their skills, faking press releases, buying followers, and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper, okay, it's a total fucking nightmare. But let's look at some of the points.
Yeah, and they're so-called, they're the self-proclaimed bastions of pussy slaying. The bastions of how heterosexual men get women. But, you know, right-wing ideology, gentlemen and ladies, because I presume if you are watching this, is entirely based on dissidence. So
6, but I let this is Richard Cooper talking, this is in quotes. But I let the torture drag on for nearly 2 more years. I also endured several similar incidents because I, again, ignored my intuition. It ended in a colossal train wreck for me with a severe case of one-itis when she cheated on me after I tried to enforce boundaries with her kids again, okay? This is, like, sad as fuck. This guy's running around being like, let me tell you how to be alpha. His book is even called The Unplugged Alpha, okay? More like the plugged-in, fucking bitch-whipped alpha. But, like, let me read that again, okay? Try to process here for those of you that are Richard Cooper fans. Is insane to even, you know, call it. Let's see here. I let the torture, because this guy's enduring torture.
Guys, like, I don't follow this pickup artist, you know, shit, but I think John Anthony's pretty funny, okay? I mean, he's, like, sort of mellow, and like, sort of has this, like, passive, you know, masculine presence to him. I don't want to say masculine presence, because it actually makes me sound like I'm a red pillar in and of myself, but I think he's funny. I think he has his quips at times.
Okay. And the girl fucking cheated on him, right? He's being fucking totally made into a bitch here. I tried to enforce boundaries with her kids, and then he gets a severe case of one-itis, all right? When she fucking cheated. So you have, there's like so many things. I could like talk for hours about how wrong and all this is from true masculine behavior. Hello, I'm alpha. My girlfriend cheated on me. I was a huge bitch. It involved one-itis. One-itis, for those of you that don't know, is where you're like fixated on a girl and you like can't like let her go, and you like can't fucking move on and bang other chicks. And he's even saying, I also endured several similar incidents because I again ignored my intuition. So what? This is him like trying to save men from.
Yeah, it might sound anti-empirical of me and just, you know, flat out spirit science-y, but, you know, really, you know, trust your gut, because I don't want to say my intuition's right about everything, but goddamn, is it fucking right about everything? But
being a total beta bitch like he was. Right? Then chapter 5, the single mothers chapter. When I got divorced,
I like this guy. I like him.
7 years with the same woman, I had shared custody of my 4-year-old. I got involved with a single mother again.
Again, I'm not aligned with the PUA community, but I think this guy's the best. In terms of criticism of the fucking like red pill types.
Okay, the single mothers chapter. Divorced at 39, 7 years with the same woman who cheated on him. Okay, I had shared custody of my 4-year-old. I got involved with another single mother almost immediately. Then he states, I dated a lot of single mothers. Later in the book, he writes, at the time of writing this book, I'm in a non-cohabitating LTR, long-term relationship. My woman is almost 10 years my junior. Okay, almost 10 years. Okay, that means that the girl is 40. Okay, he's like 50 when he's right. Direct opposite of alpha behavior. This is full-on beta behavior. Okay, and Richard Cooper's running around. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur in a car. I know everything there is to know about being an alpha male. Watch my YouTube stories. Okay. I have endless videos. Like I posted this video with the 2 chicks I'm living with, and guys are like, "Oh, the receipts." That's such a fucking dumb term. Okay, if we're gonna use your dumb terminology with receipts, I have thousands.
Yeah,
I have
God, I'm really liking this guy. That is a very dumb term. Oh man. Again, I'm not a PUA. I'm not aligned with the pickup artist community in any way. But again, John Anthony has some solid fucking criticisms.
1,000 pictures with hot chicks.
I have Brick Duper specifically
on camera pulling. By 2014, and since then, there's endless amounts of infield footage. But I could play infield footage on my channel for day, like 1 per day or 2 per day for years and years and years and years. Okay, I could post pictures of girls for years and years and years. I could post videos with girls, and guys would say, "Oh, how do I know you banged that girl?" For my old Instagram, I was posting fucking pictures with girls like in the bedroom situations where they're posing with me for the camera. Okay, I'll blow their face out. But I'm gonna start posting that kind of shit regularly on my YouTube stories. Okay, and some of it's gonna be from the past. But I have endless amounts of receipts. Okay, and proof. Okay, that I will demonstrate on full display.
I hate that word so much.
World at this game. Okay, unlike these guys, we're getting one-nightitis over a pass the wall.
Here's another good video. So, the substantive portion of that video of Jen Anthony's is done, but I want to also present to you this video.
Stupid live streams in your stupid fucking shitty videos. Okay, and I call you up. Why? Because that's what a man should do. That's what a man that loves this game and respects this game should do. Okay, and of course,
it's what an honest interlocutor would do.
Expect the fucking shitheads to do. To come in with a bunch of made-up slander narratives. Okay, now all I can do is fucking go after them legally. That's really the only recourse. I made a bunch of response videos, but everyone likes the sensationalist, made-up slander. So that's nice that they're playing at that level. But Richard needed to be called out, and thank fucking God he's leaving. What's up, guys? John Anthony here from John Anthony Lifestyle. Today we're going to talk about Richard Cooper leaving the manosphere. Okay.
All right, I'm going to pull up a new banner here.
I'm very proud of that.
It's better.
Okay, but before we continue, if you are not yet a subscriber, please click the subscribe button below and make sure you press the notification bell for new.
He needs rehab. He severely needs. Oh, his crippling addiction is just destroying him. It's affecting him mentally, physically. He cannot handle the ecstasy that single mom pussy gives him. Oh my fucking God. Dude, imagine on YouTube being known as the single mom guy. That is a fucking pathetic existence, okay? That is sad. Let's continue.
New videos. And if you want to get very good at the game, stop delaying. We're
right, I don't care about this part.
And then he still chased after them and wanted them back and simped the fuck out. Okay, just got fucking slammed by more single moms. If you're not sure what I'm referencing,
yeah, he got absolutely destroyed.
I made a couple videos. One was a response to Richard Cooper where he tried to call me out with a whole bunch of baseless claims, saying that I'm making videos from the basement. I showed it's a 2-story penthouse, saying I look like a fat can of smashed assholes. Okay, and I showed
what?
In great shape, claiming that,
this guy literally looks like the Soy Jack. Like, okay, let me bring up Soy Jack. Now, Rich Cooper never smiles because he lives a pathetic, sad existence. But, actually, yeah, it's right here. I mean, it's literally it. Now, I'm going to pull up the Soy Jack. But, guys, tell me this does not look like Rich Cooper in and of himself. I mean, he's got, like, the beard to obfuscate the clear lack of a chin, and the single dad glasses. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, God, could you look any more meme-worthy in and of yourself? So fucking sad.
Not have any credibility, even have the most proof in the industry, and so on and so forth. I'll put the thumbnails up so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But in the video entitled "The Butt Plug Beta," we went through how he just got fucking destroyed by a whole bunch of single moms, how he's never showed any proof, and how he has no fucking place in this field. So that's why it's good for him to get out. Guys are like, "Oh, you drove him away." Yes, get the fuck out, Richard. He doesn't belong here. Just like 95% of the other coaches. Okay, we're gonna
He doesn't belong anywhere on the face of the earth, but he doesn't belong anywhere on the internet first and foremost. So.
If you don't like it, I don't care. Okay, this is totally out of control. These guys, I've talked to thousands of guys that are wasting time, effort, and money with people.
Yeah, I mean, hardcore agree, John. I mean, if they don't like the fact that we don't like Rich Duper, then why the fuck should we have to care about them? Because actually, as a matter of fact, I'll pull this video up. I saw a 14-year-old come onto Rich Cooper's stream, and obviously this isn't the aggregate because it's clearly this really awkward binary between divorced guys and guys in their teens and early 20s, which, you know, come to think of it, why the fuck should I care about these men's opinions?
With Max and Jason Capel and all these guys. So let's hear the rest of this here.
You know, 𝖨𝖭𝖣𝖨𝖢𝖯, 101.
Sorry, you gotta
it's just like I got a little fed up with the
scratch
whole
my fucking ear.
blue pill narrative of the entrepreneurs org world. And then I kind of lead into the red pill thing. And the red pill thing, I'll be honest with you, is worse. I never
Now he's saying red pill is worse than blue pill, even though he fucking pushed it for I don't know how many years. These guys are great. That's like when Todd quit RSD and he's like, let's talk about
like
social circle.
Imagine if I quit leftism. Wouldn't that undermine the entirety of my credibility? Wouldn't that make me look like a grifter? But no, of course not. Rich Duper's audience unequivocally accepts it. So
What does that even mean? It's just a marketing concept. Natural gain doesn't even make sense. Do looks matter? Of course they matter, stupid. He basically denounced everything he taught for 10 years. Now Richard's like, yeah, blue pill's terrible, red pill's the best. And now he's like, red pill's worse. It's like, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
Wow, that's insane.
Anybody do hit pieces on me when I was in Entrepreneurs Org?
I never had anyone call me out when I was in the entrepreneurs world. I could just drive my cars and get cheated on and be a fucking huge pussy and a loser. And nobody really called me out for it. But then I came in, pretended to be an expert about dating, which I clearly had no idea about. And I got called out by the manosphere. Okay, so let's hear this.
I never had anybody disparage me publicly or even underhandedly that ever got back to me. We were all in kind of a tribe, like a brotherhood. We all kind of work with each other. We support each other's businesses. If there's something that we needed, you know, somebody was there or somebody had a connection that you could be introduced to solve that problem, which is basically how I got introduced to, you know, Rollo's work and, you know, TRP and what looks like the Mano Swamp today. And, you know, through that introduction, I helped a lot of guys. I mostly focus on, you know, the higher tiers. I mean, almost everybody that's in my men's community, they're successful entrepreneurs, they're doctors, or lawyers, they're airline pilots, or fighter pilots. And, guys, you know, those inner circles. And I run my own forum right now, back there as well, too.
As I'm doing the fucking hand motion, he says,
any time in the Mano Swamp.
all this shit with his fucking humble bragging, man. Oh my god.
Swamp on a go forward basis. Okay, good. You don't belong here. You have no fucking good value to add except learning Rollo's trash. Okay, get the fuck out. See you later. You're gonna be greatly missed, almost as much as Madison. Maybe you can make a comeback.
I'm still gonna broadcast and talk about
This guy, oh my god, don't let the US military see this guy. Dude, this guy has Venezuela plastered all over his greasy, Crisco-y fucking face. God, this guy is ugly. How can this guy possibly have game? No, even if you had like infinite Riz, a guy with this face, oh my god. Clean the fucking oil off of yourself, man.
About these ideas and narratives that help guys level up, but it's turned into a kindergarten playground with a bunch of bratty children making up stories about one another to try to disparage them. Where it's like, I'm better than you because of this.
Okay, let's be clear. Okay,
You're the originator of that shit, Dick.
The fucking roasting I've done has been to show a whole bunch of qualified people and people that are purposely scamming and that don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, Myron Gaines, MLD, yeah.
And that don't have any credibility
Yeah.
whatsoever.
And this like fucking metal wizard.
Okay, that's what my videos have been about. Then Modern Life Dating, okay, and Troy
He was
Francis
like in his
decided to turn
50s.
into the making up stories part. That wasn't me. Okay, I don't make up any fucking stories. Okay, I don't break any civil laws and cause civil damages. Okay, with the comments that I make, that's them. Okay, they're fabricating the stories and they're trying to fight back. When you stack up the fact that I have hundreds of infields, including over 100 full-length polls on camera, when I have thousands of pictures and hookup situations back at the house, etc., countless testimonials, doing getting the highest level of results for clients in the game by far. Okay, driven most of the important innovations into the community, have the best results personally amongst all the coaches, amongst all the guys trying to do this. What else? Have the most guys vouching for me, etc. And then you stack up any other red pill guy that has nothing in any of those categories, nothing. Okay, and you peel behind the curtains, behind their little keyboard jockey, little cohorts don't know shit. They're taking it to. Now all I can do.
So I want him to finish Rich Duper's video.
Man calling out another man, okay, for misleading countless guys and for not knowing what the fuck he's talking about, or for settling down with a 2 or a 3 out of 10. Okay, when they're claiming to be the master guru about women and about dating, about being alpha and all this shit.
They're hypocrites, man. They're hypocrites.
Get the fuck out of here, okay? All you can do, Richard Cooper, is go buy some fucking expensive cars. Okay, and in the backstory, when I looked into
Yeah, and just drive them by yourself. Don't record it. And if you're going to record it, don't upload it to YouTube or any other site on the internet. Please, just enjoy your cars by your fucking self. Because we don't need you. We don't want you. We don't want to see your sick, disgusting, repugnant face ever again. You piece of shit. God.
Is that your brother was the successful businessman and brought you in, and you're just fucking collecting off his fruits of labor. Okay.
Yeah, like leeching off of this really shady money management sort of debt consolidation business. It's really weird.
That's all you're good for. So go do that. Okay, go tell everyone how to be the ultimate entrepreneur. Okay, but don't fucking say a word about dating because you don't know shit.
Little girls, in fact. and it's become exhausting. I'm not doing any more speaking events at any of these conferences.
Good, because you're not invited anyways.
Ever again.
Oh my god, good. Because the last person that needs a fucking platform is this soy jack fuck.
Yes, I am either facilitating it with my group. So Rule Zero, with the main core group with that, we'll have our own live event at some point this year, hopefully.
Rule Zero, show zero proof.
When COVID opens up right now, we're in the stupidest level of lockdown here in Ontario. Me driving...
Yeah, 0 brain cells, as a matter of fact.
One of my cars out of my region to go get lunch at a place technically is breaking the law, which is due for a fine, but another story. Lockdown should lift eventually. Vaccines are getting passed out, and everybody that's scared should stop being scared at some point. Hopefully, it passes over. I think what I'm probably going to end up doing going forward is I'll probably introduce you guys to a lot of the top shelf men that I get to roll with.
Okay, the rest of it's just more just positioning and elitism and other stupid shit.
Yeah, we'll finish this. Onto the fact as to why I call him Rick Duper. This is a shorter video, but Rich Cooper promotes crypto scam. Yeah, Dick Booper. I prefer Rick Duper because he is being a blatant fucking con man, but
ooh boy,
this guy's funny. This guy's real funny.
Red pill bros. Anyway, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Baston, and one of the biggest shills, Dick, launched a YouTube channel matching up his passion for...
He is a prick. He is a massive, massive, massive prick. Guys, let's make gold. Yes, let's make... Withdrawal is going to be tough. For those of you new viewers, because I know there are 17 of you, obviously his withdrawal is going to be tough, but that's just par for the course. Because single mom pussy fluid is just really, really addictive, according to people like Rich Cooper, or Rick Duper, as I call him. So, Rich Duper, that's another name, another variant, but we need him to quit his single mom vaginal fluid addiction, okay? Like, guys, there's a reason he makes, what, on average, like, I don't know, maybe 5, I had to guess, videos a day on single women every fucking day for years, man. Okay, this guy, he probably has mental issues. He's clearly obsessed, okay?
Entrepreneurship and cars. Just start a YouTube channel and appeal to freaking losers and chill cryptocurrency. That's all you gotta do, bro. The original concept of interviewing entrepreneurs and their successful rides has led them to excellence. So here he is, very successful man. You can tell he's a total alpha male because he shaved his head. He's bald, bro. That's a total Chad.
Totally by choice.
About his community.
Yeah.
A community.
Yeah, as much as Tate's decision to shave his head was by choice. He's actually balding between you and me. So,
top shelf, man. Now, apparently what he does is he's got a YouTube channel and he wrote a book. It's called the Butt Plugged Alpha or something like that. But he basically charges to email him, FaceTime him, and he basically tells him how to be freaking alpha males. And one of the things that he does is tell him to buy crack.
Yeah, while constantly simping for single mothers. The dissonance is just insane with these fucking people. Sorry.
Cryptocurrency. Now, you may not believe me. You may think,
Who is a flea?
Cooper, he's bald and he's jacked, bro. He's the best man on the planet. Well, let's go watch some videos, and let's see some of the freaking losers that he promotes on his channel. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Christopher Bell, and I hate cryptocurrency because it has no fundamental underlying value.
This is absolutely true, Chris. I'm fucking fascinated and, exuberant that you brought this point up. So, commodities, they typically serve some sort of underlying utility. And the fact that this whole buzzword about it being... what's it called? Decentralized is being thrown around means absolutely nothing. It's just there to garner the attention of, anarchists and really weird neo-feudalist libertarians. There's no underlying value to it besides the fact that it's decentralized and rests on the blockchain in and of itself. And there's just no underlying utility to it besides the fact that it's decentralized, which, a bunch of really hawkish whale-like VC firms totally won't end up buying up the majority of the blockchain infrastructure when the chips are down. Yeah.
It's really awesome to see.
It's a scam, guys. Don't fall for that shit. Like, obviously, these right-winger types are doing rug pulls. No, not to, encourage you to invest in institutionally trusted assets like, say, ETFs, safe index funds. No, not, government-backed treasury bonds. Nah, some weird YouTuber's fucking shitcoin. Yeah, exactly. What a wonderful investment.
And a lot of people who come from their
Way to
community,
build
of
wealth.
course, they pick up on it a lot quicker than I think a lot of other people. It usually...
Oh god, lots of people from Rich Cooper's
Yeah, ball gargling.
Ultra Chad community are being pushed over to this total freaking loser to be taught how to buy a massively, fundamentally unworthy garbage asset that is worth zero.
It is garbage. Thank you so much, Chris. I really like this guy.
He cares about men. He's bald and he's an entrepreneur. He has a nice car. What a freaking loser.
It takes about people about 4
Yeah.
years to get up to speed in the cryptocurrency space.
Dude, the rich guy in the room does not have to fucking tell you he's rich, okay?
We do this.
It takes 4 years to learn about cryptocurrency. It took me literally 10 seconds. I was like, okay. And there's a guy named the Dogecoin Millionaire pumping it. Wow, this is freaking stupid. This is idiotic trash. But no, it takes 4 years, bro.
It is.
Only sophisticated ultra Chad males will know how to deal with cryptocurrency. It's just for geniuses only. And you'll be a genius if you sign up for my course, bro. Now let's go look at Cultivate Crypto, who Dick Pooper here is pumping. And let's see what he charges. Oh! For only $9.97 and 20 cents, kind of a random price, you can learn about the Crypto Mindset Q1 2022 from Dick. Out of stock, of course. But I'm sure if you email him, he'll make room for you.
Yeah, charging, what, $33 an hour? No, $33 a minute, yeah. Oh, from these teenagers. On top of that.
Look at this total freaking alpha male chat. I'm sure he's clapping cheeks left and right.
Dude, the pinnacle of hegemonic masculinity. You can see the infinite riz, the infinite charisma, and alpha male just oozing from this fucking guy.
Strong man, you're a virgin. Yeah, I got 2 kids, loser. Shut up. Meet the founder. I am the kid who will... I'm the guy. I'm the kid. I'm the guy who will grow your cryptocurrency consistently. The only thing growing is going to be a trucker's cock in your ass. I have had consistent success as a trader. Yeah, that's how you build wealth. And want the same for you? Outside of trading, I watch anime, I jack off to, I don't know, hentai, and I'm a total freaking loser. Charlie, is that his name?
Charlie? Hey guys, I'm Charlie.
Rich Cooper's my friend. Has been actively growing his crypto holdings and learning about cryptocurrency since 2017. Yeah, it's fundamentally worthless garbage. Yeah, it's so hard to freaking understand. Okay, let's see what else he offers. Cultivate Crypto Algo service. He's an algo, bro. One-on-one session. Yeah. I know it's only dudes getting him sessions. I know he's not getting laid, but he's an alpha male, bro. Telegram chart access and one-on-one single lesson with the cock team. Wow, how freaking amazing! Thank you, Rich Cooper. You're really helping out men by having losers like this on your freaking channel. Okay. Now, let's see some more geniusness from Crypto Mindset. Now, he had an interesting analysis here where he shows this model that's just insanely sophisticated. Let's watch. So I don't know a dang thing about the stock to flow model, but basically, it's just a stupid thing.
A correlation between stock sold and crypto bought, I guess.
That crypto clowns, they found a random correlation basically between stock prices or stock flows.
Yeah, multiple circuses of these fucking people.
Colored lines on a chart, and they made it sound like it's sophisticated. It's freaking garbage. Cryptocurrency has no fundamental value whatsoever. It is complete and utter trash. And if you're a red pill man, you're ultra alpha male Chad because you paid Rich Cooper, I don't know, $5,000 to gargle his balls for 5 minutes. You're not cool. If you want to be attractive to women, you need to max your tax advantage accounts and buy total world stock market index funds. Man, once I started doing that, woo, I got laid, bro. Let's learn about the stock, the cock to truck stop model.
If you that supply away, then and demand remains the same, the price goes up. So here we got. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, it's up on the screen.
Oh, and I see how the.
Can you see this, guys?
I see how the line goes up to $1 million. Days until next halving. So apparently, cryptocurrency is going to be $100,000 by the beginning of 2022. Yeah, bro, it's killing it. And then by the end of 2025, or let's say right after, let's say March 2025, it's going to be almost $1 million. Stock to flow model, bro. So sophisticated.
Created by quants, analysts, hedge fund in the.
It's a bunch of horseshit.
And you have the price of Bitcoin here. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Plan B. Yep, Plan B was the guy's name. Or
what a bunch
his.
of freaking hocus pocus garbage. Goes up clowns.
Yeah, pseudo finance.
Don't overthink this, all right? Rich freaking Cooper. Now, Rich.
He's a bit quiet.
Dick Pooper. You need to freaking renounce crypto shills, okay? You can talk about, should successful men be monogamous? Just cheating your wife, bro. Andrew Tate on bonding with women. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because an alleged trafficker totally knows how to properly facilitate constructive and healthy relationships between men and women. Give me a fucking break, Dick.
You guys know how to bond with women. Let's see. Robert Kiyosaki. Oh, my God. Another freaking moron. These green flags make women a keeper. I'm sure Rich Cooper knows all about keeping women. I guarantee you he's freaking single. Anyway, this guy's a freaking moron. Like, I remember seeing a video where he was talking about how he had like 50% of his assets. I mean, I don't remember exactly. He had like the vast majority of his assets in cryptocurrency. Dude, what are you freaking doing? Okay, you're screwing men over with your garbage freaking investing flaws. Put all your money in a fundamentally worthless asset. Yeah, bro, that's how you really build wealth long run. Instead, max your tax advantage accounts and buy total world stock market index funds and stay the course. Anyway, dip pooper.
Yeah.
Let's go see your book and then we'll close the video out.
The Unplugged Alpha.
The Unplugged Alpha.
The no BS guide to winning with women and life.
Yeah, if you just buy crypto, women are just going to throw themselves at you. I mean, look at this freaking Chad right here. Where is he? Charlie? Yeah, whatever, I lost him. What a freaking...
Yeah, well, he wasn't worth it anyway, so...
Anyway, that's it. Don't buy cryptocurrency. Don't listen to
Yeah, speaking of that's it, that's honestly it, because, guys, I'm fucking done, okay? We've been going for 2 hours, and we've covered enough cancer-inducing people, so, yeah, that's it. See ya.